Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today I am stacking the logs that we got. We cut these down actually last winter, and it got so wet this spring that we couldn't get in here to get them out. And too wet to get them out is not a problem now. We're in a severe drought. You can see the ground is just powder dry, and so I don't have to worry about making any ruts. These grapples are just such an awesome tool. This is a 5075 John Deere. It is a beast. It's got it's got rubber, solid rubber I pumped into the tires. And I even put solid rubber in the back tires. So I just don't have flats. And I've never had a flat on it since I've done that. And yeah, that's quite the tool. What I'm doing is, this is where we had some logs stacked last year, and we got all these cut up. I guess it was late winter, early spring I came over here, the boys and I, and we just whacked all this up. And so I've got room here. I started stacking, oh, I've been at this probably a couple hours. And you can see, in a couple hours I've already stacked probably another, I don't know, there's probably another 4 or 5 pickup loads there, maybe more. I've still got about this many more to bring out. Anyway, I'm trying to get all this done before fall, or before winter gets here. We're gonna go in here and take our brush eater blades on our, the steel blades, called Ninja Stars, and we're gonna take these sprouts down and then clean up anything like that, just pieces laying around. And this will all have hay unrolled on it. And then we'll bring the cows in here and lock them down. They're gonna be our tool to inoculate this fungal. This is fungi. It's all leaves. We still got too many trees in here, but we started. We gotta start. You can see the stumps. But with the Greg Judy baling roller, it's really not that big a deal to move. I should have left the logs on the ground. The grapple is just like, I'm tired of holding them. So I'll have to pick those up when I go back down there. But we've got, I don't know, I bet there's another 50 logs over there on that ridge. But we're gonna have, all these ridges are gonna be clean, so we won't have anything but stumps to go over. And with an ATV and that baling roller, it's really not an issue. We can just drive right over that stuff. There's a stump that didn't get completely cut off. They must have ran out of gas or something. That stump's gonna come out, so is that one over there. There still is a ton of logs down this ridge. There's the cattle. I tell you what, it is dry. If we could just catch the rain in the next couple weeks. I mean, we got a hard frost on Saturday morning. This is October 10th. And we can expect, I'm sorry, I was off the one day, October 9th. You can see, these are all black oak trees. There goes my landowners, Steve and Cindy. Well, there's a saw log right there. That's a 10-footer. And yeah, they're headed. He's been over there putting seats in our deer stands. That's gonna be coming up pretty soon, and we're gonna be filling our freezers full of venison. for the long winter in front of us. Folks, there is just logs all over back here. I mean, they're just, there may be more than 100 left over here. But you know, you just put it down in low gear. It is 4-wheel drive tractor. And you just got, when you get on the side of a hill, you don't pick up a load. You go straight up and you go straight down. You don't want to go drive along the side. Like, let's say I'm in the tractor here and this is the side of the hill. You come in here and try and pick up a log on the side of a hill, there's a very good chance your tractor's going to do that. It's going to tip over. And especially if you run over, this is a stump that got cut off too high. We'll nail it and knock them down a little bit. But yeah, you don't do that. Straight down and straight back up. Straight down, straight back up. And when you're traveling with a load on that those grapples, you keep your grapples on the ground. I raised those grapples up just for the picture or the video, just to show you kind of how they hold them. But when I'm traveling with them, you know, there's 1,000 pounds of logs out there on the end of those grapples. And the higher you have it in the air, if you do run over a stump with a tire, just remember that stump's not going to give. And if you hit that on the side of a hill, there's a very good chance if your tongs are up in the air for your grapples, you're probably going to flip your tractor. And that is not going to be a fun ride. And it's going to be a very expensive ride to repair because you've just destroyed your cab on your tractor. And now you got to get it back up. I'm going to go and look at these cows. They've been contently grazing. Isaac came over a minute ago and moved them while I was out here. Boy. There we go. It's getting better up here. Yeah, people say, well, Greg, your pastures are so green, you can't be in the drought. Yeah, we are. But, you know, it helps the way we graze. We're just taking a tip and leaving. That plant right there is big blue spring. Boy, the cattle really look good for a drought. I mean, look at that one. She's just fat. We got rid of all of our steers. And we're going to go through the winter without having any steers this year because I wanted to save the grass for the cows. The way we look at it, you know, steers don't reproduce. And so if you can put your grass through a replacement heifer, like that one right there, we talk about a beaut. Woo. Yep. It's kind of hard to grow them, guys and ladies, any better than that one. They're going to start putting the winter hair coat on here pretty soon. It's getting cold. I mean, this morning I had a stocking hat on. I know it. I'm not in Minnesota, but you know, us Midwesterners, we're not hardened like you folks are. I had a coat on, I had my gloves, and I had a scarf. Oh, and a stocking hat. And I was comfortable. Boy, she is a beauty. I could just stand and look at her all day. Just getting over pink eye. She has looks like it's going to be fine. I don't see any white in it, but she's still got it closed just a little bit. We have had some pink eye this summer. It's just, you have cattle in mid-Missouri, you're going to have pink eye sometime. And yeah, that's what we had. We don't like it, but sometimes you have it. There's some years we only have maybe, you know, 3 or 4 of them will get it. And then other years you'll have it worse than that. And I've had a few years where we just didn't hardly have any. So I tell people pink eye was invented to make you humble. About time you think you got pink eye whip to come up and kick you right in the teeth. So we got this power shut off because we're putting in that petting calf. I was looking at him like, how's he doing that? I remember we shut the power off. We haven't had it on all day. We're putting in the trenching over there. That calf is standing there using that wire as a rub. You know, these cows are so broke they won't go through that. That calf is massaging himself with it though. He'll find out tomorrow. We're gonna get that trench filled in and get the wire hooked back up. We're putting in quick couplers on the farm that we bought, and I had the trencher out here. We're also doing the lifetime lease farm. We had a water line going across the top of the ground. It's a pain because you can't use it in the wintertime. It's fine in the summer, and we've used it for 21 years like that. But when I figured, oh heck, I got the trencher. Let's just go ahead and put it in. So that's what we're doing. We're putting in the Plasson quick couplers. They go down the ground. They're $20 a piece versus a hydrant. A good quality hydrant today is, $150. That's for a one water point. So yeah, it looks pretty bleak in here, folks. But you gotta remember, this was solid timber. Last February. I think we started on this in around February. And so you might say this is our first initial step on the civil. There's a tree there that needs to come out. Those are too close together. But you got to start somewhere. I bet you we cut, probably close to 500 trees in here. I mean, they were just so darn close that none of them can grow. But there's still probably another 20 that needs to come out of here. But there's a double right there. And I know the reason I left that is a white oak. There's hardly any white oaks in here. Matter of fact, there's only one right there. Everything else is black oak. I'm a white oak man. I love white oaks because they make better logs. It makes a lot better firewood. It burns hotter. And super, super lumber. But this particular set of woods was all black oak. I don't think there was a single red oak in here. I don't see one. They're all black. So something's killing our black oaks. There's a beetle. And it's wreaking havoc. And so if you've got a black oak tree that's a log that you can mill, you better cut it, because it's going to die. I think this is some kind of beetle that's taking them out. There's another double. That one needs to come out. It's not going to mount to anything. But it's starting to get dark. I can't believe it. It's only 6:30. It's the thing I don't like about the fall. It gets darker early and you don't get as much daylight at night. I can remember when I worked in town all those years, I loved summertime because you could get so much done after work. And then when the fall got there, it's like, oh no. You get off work and you'd only have like an hour to get something done before it was dark. And then by Halloween, you got off work, it was dark when you got off. And that's when I pulled my coon light out. Put that on my head and go do chores or build fence or whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, and I'm gonna grab my my logs again. I left them hanging in the air for the video. I'm gonna grab them, I'm gonna stick them up there. I think I've got about maybe 10-15 more minutes here, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Everyone have a good one, and please hit that subscribe button way out. I'm gonna see you down the road.